sure you're being a leader, man. Every great leader had to be a follower at one point. And making sure you're following your own path and not a path that somebody else has built for you or a preconceived notion for you either. When you're a leader, you're going to shape your path. And when you follow the right leaders, they're going to teach you how to be a better leader for your life and yourself. Many times I find people following those that don't teach them anything, not trying to give them game, nothing of that nature. They just want you to keep following them forever. Don't be that person. In order to find out who you are and what you're made of, you got to be willing to jump out there in faith. Faith is not something that everybody has. It's not everybody's strong suit. This is why you have to believe in yourself undoubtedly when people doubt you. You know what I'm saying? For me, faith came as a kid. My mom and my parents instilled that in me. If you come out of a bad neighborhood, in a rough environment, all you have is faith and confidence and street smarts at that point. And then as you get older and you start getting or being around more individuals, you start seeing the things that you did or learned growing up, how that help you and how it hinders you. We all got strengths and weaknesses, and those strengths and weaknesses were shaped by how we grew up. And then they're shaped even more based upon what we do and how we utilize what we have when we're in our adulthood, right? Many times with me, as a kid, you only speak when you're spoken to. You don't speak out of turn. If you're not riding with the other side, you're not with them at all. As you get older, you got to do business and rub shoulders with individuals that don't look like you, talk like you, and act like you, right? Doing business with somebody, they don't have to look like you. They don't have to act like you. They don't have to talk like you. But the common goal is what the overall goal is with the business that y'all doing. So being a leader allows you to step outside of the box. It allows you to believe in things other people can't see either, right? So when you follow everybody, usually everybody's going to be in agreement. When you don't follow everybody and you're a leader, have your own mind, you're not going to always have the popular vote. And this is important for me to tell because a lot of kids growing up, they following what everybody else is doing, even if this is something they really don't want to do. Have your own mind, follow your own path, believe in yourself. You don't have to fit in. You know what I mean? It's cool to stand out. It's cool to go your own way. And if somebody really care about you or they really riding with you, when you choose something different, as long as it's just not outlandish or hurting anybody, they gonna rock with you. No matter what my friends are doing, I don't doubt them. I'm always going to ride with them as long as they're doing it wholeheartedly. But if you're not doing it wholeheartedly and you're doing it for the wrong reasons, I'm going to be the friend that tells you this as well. It's okay. It's okay to be a follower, but make sure you know who you following and why you following them. And after you follow them, how much better that's going to make you. As a leader myself, I don't want anyone following me forever, and I want to know what their purpose is. Therefore, as we're going through our day-to-day, I want to help guide them and push them in the right way to go. Therefore, they could take their own lead from there and teach and help the next person. You know? So that's the goal as far as being a follower and a leader is when you're a kid, you follow your parents or your older brother, older sister. As an adult, you try to pick the best crowd around you. But if you come from a neighborhood where you don't know who's who, you don't have your own mind, and you're just in a follower mindset, it can make things foggy, you know, and you don't really know who's for you and who's not. That's important. We're all gonna run into people that use us or misguide us and don't want to see the best for us. So as a kid, the earliest you learn that, the better it is going to be for you. And as an adult, you have to know, okay, cool. Maybe this is something I need to do on my own. Maybe I don't need to follow this person. Maybe I do need to follow this person. Maybe I need to get around the right people. This is going to be highly important no matter what you do. Friendship, business, relationship, personal, whatever it is, that's always going to be the thing. And learning how to try not to be indecisive. When you make a decision, stand on that. When you say this is what it is, stand on that. And if you say this is what it is, and then you found out later on that's not the right thing to do, be able to apologize. Be able to be a man or a woman to stand up for what you said. And even when you're wrong, hold your head high. Don't bow your head or hold your head down when things don't go your way. That builds character. When you can say something, do something, stand on it, regardless of how the outcome go. But don't be naive. And don't let pride come in the way of your decision making. Decision making is going to be vital for the rest of your life. So if any young kids is listening to this, make sure you try to shape yourself, get around the right people, and don't be a follower. And if you see people doing something that looks good for the moment, in the long run, it could definitely hurt you and them. Also, don't make a right now decision for a forever effect. Like some people do things for pride right now that can put them in a situation that hurts their life forever. You see what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. What are some ways that helped shape you to become a leader? For those who have kids, how do you help kids become a leader? How do you help kids identify what it is that they have inside them as far as greatness and how to follow their own mind and not be a puppet and following everybody else that looks like they're doing something? Are you a person that deals with imposter syndrome? Many kids do and many adults do. Do you deal with imposter syndrome? Is that something that hinders you? Is that something that you got to deal with or you got to double check on? Right? A lot of us dealt with imposter syndrome, and a lot of people going through imposter syndrome know how to detect it and know how to ask for help if you don't know how to get out of that space. But to go back to it, how do you become a better you? Who do you go around? Who are you around? What podcasts you watch? Right? What do you do? What is your day to day? Is being a leader something important for you, or would you rather be a follower? It's okay if you want to be a follower, just not me. How do you deal with that? You know what I'm saying? These are things that I think about all day. I speak to my friends about, speak to colleagues, speak to professionals, right? Understanding who I am, why I'm doing it, where I'm going, where I came from, and what I want to be allows me to move in a space of being a leader. Everybody's not going to be in agreement with how I'm moving. Doesn't mean I'm moving negative, but I know my path, I know what I want to do, and I know why I want to do it. And I applaud individuals who know the same. So do you know what it takes to be a leader? Have you always been a leader? And what's stopping you from being one? Because once you're a leader, you're going full-fledged with everything. There's no doubt in your mind. The ambition is at an all-time high. So think about some of those things. Make sure if you're watching this on a reel, go check my YouTube, man. Motivation and Consistency, link in the bio. I appreciate everybody who's liking, commenting, and sharing. You know what I mean? If you viewing this and you watch it, feel free to chime on a message. You know what I'm saying? I want to get some other people on here and want to have a dialogue with how we talking. Enough said it just by y'all hearing me. I want to speak to some of y'all. I want to go live with some of y'all. What y'all think? Let's go live. Let's have a debate. Let's have a conversation. Let's add in some of the knowledge and help the kids out here and help individuals that's in situations that they can't get out of because they're inside of their head. Motivation and Consistency on YouTube. Mr. Frequent Flyer Miles on Instagram. Unconventionally Miles on TikTok. Make sure you holler at me. Enjoy your Thursday. Be positive. Be safe. Have your ambition. Don't let anything stop you. 1.